Hi. If you're anything like me, you become tired and disillusioned by party politics and party politicians on both sides of the aisle. Lawmakers, they don't care about their constituents anymore, and it shows. It's time that we brought power back to the people in Springfield and away from these same old politicians that continue doing nothing for the people that elected them. I'm Kody Czerwonka, and I'm running to be your next Illinois State Representative for District 110. Coles, Clark, Cumberland, Edgar, Crawford, and Lawrence counties, you now have a choice. You have a choice between someone who voted no on giving teachers raises and someone who thinks that they not only need raises, they deserve state health insurance like every other government employee. You have a choice between someone who voted no on lowering the cost of insulin in Illinois and someone that thinks that we not only need to lower the cost, we need to make sure it is provided to every diabetic that needs it, regardless of their income. You have a choice between someone who voted no on banning for-profit prisons and someone who not only thinks we need to ban profit-driven prisons, we need to begin addressing other issues that are institutionalized within the criminal justice system, which favors you if you're wealthy and treats you as guilty from the start if you're a person of color or poor. So just imagine how it treats you if you're both. Now, I'm an accountant by trade, so I'm not your ordinary politician, and frankly, I'm not all that interested in ordinary politics. I'm running because I feel we need to change how Springfield works for us, and I do not believe that Chris Miller, the incumbent I am challenging this November, can or is willing to reach across the aisle to get things done for ordinary Illinoisans like you and I. That is why I'm running as an independent on a platform that puts people first. It is dangerous that we keep electing representatives who deny climate change. I and so many others know that it is an existential threat to our planet that we need to begin addressing at all levels of government, state and local and federal. Chris Miller isn't only not addressing it, he doesn't even believe it's real. He thinks it's a money grab that is only meant to scare the public. And that must be pretty easy to say for someone who accepts campaign contributions from fossil fuel companies, including Ameren and Marathon Gas, both of which contribute to this climate crisis that Chris Miller denies. Now, I say it's time we retire these politicians that deny science and actively accept money from the fossil fuel industry. We have the infrastructure to implement green energy measures now. Just look around rural places in Illinois. They're beginning to build green, and we can do it here too. We just don't have the gutsy politicians to get it done. We also have to start imposing term limits on the lawmakers of Illinois so that we can begin addressing this deep-rooted corruption that has plagued Springfield for years on both sides of the political spectrum. It's mind-boggling to me that Mike Madigan, current Speaker of the Illinois House, has been in the House of Representatives for 49 straight years. Now that's about 40 years too many, and term limits must be enacted. I believe if we enact term limits, we'll start seeing more people from varying occupations run for office that normally maybe wouldn't do so. For example, educators or nurses. And I believe we need more of that ordinary representation in Springfield. And as your ordinary representative, I will work with both Democrats and Republicans to come up with legislation so that we can end corrupt career politicians who are only interested in their bank accounts, not the people that they supposedly represent. You can count on me to only represent you, not special interests or whoever donates the most to my campaign. This campaign will be as grassroots as it gets, so if you are interested in helping me defeat Chris Miller and you want to volunteer, we'll find a spot for you. Because we don't have the money or the resources Chris Miller has, we will need a strong ground game to defeat him. So whether you live inside the district or outside the district, whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, we will have a spot for you on our team. Visit KodyCzerwonka.com, that's Kody with a K, and click on the volunteer link to find out how you can help. Now, I'm on the side of getting dark money and special interest groups out of politics, and unlike Chris Miller, you won't find me accepting money from Monsanto or Ameren or any large corporation that wants me to represent them and write legislation for them. I will represent you, and my campaign will be 100% funded by people like you. If you wish to make a donation, no matter how big or small, please visit my website and click the donate button. If you don't have the resources to donate, but you still want to do something to support my message, click the shareables link on my site and share some of my materials to your family, friends, and neighbors. And while I could go on about the changes that we need to see in our district, I will save some of that for when I'm out talking and meeting with you in your communities. I want to visit you. I want to hold public forums with you. Heck, I want to debate Chris Miller in front of you if he'll accept the invitation and we can find a group to host. But most importantly, I want to know what your struggles are and where your worries lie. I was told by Chris's dad to my face that I'm wasting my time running against his son, And after talking with many of you in the district for the past few weeks, I don't believe I'm wasting my time. Please visit my website to learn more about who I am and to see my platform of changes that I want to help bring to all of you. I look forward to meeting and talking with many of you in the next few months, and with the help of all of you, we can and must unseat Chris Miller at the November 3rd general election. We absolutely can do it, but we have to have young people vote. So if you're my friend and you support my message, please make sure everyone you know is registered to vote, and if they're not, remind them the election is just a few months away and it only takes a few minutes to register online. In the 2016 general election, we saw a 60% voter turnout rate. And politicians like Chris Miller win elections when voter turnout is low and when there's not too much attention brought to themselves. So help me bring attention to this election and to this district. The young vote and turning people out who normally don't vote will be key to our campaign being successful. So let's move District 110 forward together and start reshaping Springfield so that we have a government of the people, by the people, and for the people again.